The boom of EDM is happening here in the States, and Vegas is the, an entertainment capital of the world.
I try to take my dance floor on a ride. It's all about the love, and I really, really feel that way about it.
I go in deep. All the girls here just ready to party.
This is DJ LEMA.
This is Carnage.
And you're watching Vegas Vibe.
And Vegas Vibe is tight.
It's a movement. It's a culture. It's an experience. It's EDM, electronic dance music. EDM is electronic music produced for the hottest dance venues and nightclubs. It is created by DJs and mixed into one continuous pulsating dance track. After decades of popularity in Europe and other countries, EDM has exploded in America. Its celebrities, the DJs, now command rock star fees up to $300,000 a night, and its festivals generate hundreds of millions of dollars. The music industry agrees. EDM is now big business and has found its home, Las Vegas.
For the people who don't know who I am, my name is Carnage.
People know me as Carnage. And my stripper name is Cornbread. I was raised from like 1 to like 8 in Guatemala City. I won the National Geography bee in 7th grade. I'm a geography whiz back in the day. Don't ask for anything now though. Music recycles itself. It's just like it's a universal thing. It's pretty easy. Bum 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 bum.
One more time, Vegas! Make some
My fans are very obnoxiously awesome. The Player thing is amazing. It's really cool. It's like one of a kind. But a lot of people who represent Player don't actually. They just do it just because they don't represent Player. They're not peaceful. Like negativity in this dance world is like super taboo. And I really don't care. But I have nothing to lose. People hate me. I'll get a job at McDonald's or something. I don't care. Something you personally make. You put a lot of hard work in, and then you go to a show, and you're playing in front of 5,000 to 10,000 people, and they're all singing along. It's interesting how like something that you make personally can connect with thousands of people, and everybody is singing along at the same time. Everybody likes seeing all these people like something at the same time is really it's really cool. It was tight because all my grandma, my mom and stuff, they haven't seen anything like that crazy. They saw it and they were just like, whoa, this is weird. But they loved it though. They were on stage, it was really loud. I don't even know how my grandma was up there. She was just like, you killed it. And then she was like, I need to go home, my feet hurt. Travel sucks. It sucks really bad. People think that it's like kind of like DJs, you guys like live the life, you guys complain too much. But literally being on a plane for 5 hours at a time every day, you don't sleep. It usually goes from you play from 12 or 1 to 3, and then the flight's at 6. You don't really have time to sleep because if you fall asleep, then you wake up and it's even worse, so you gotta stay up. Then you go to the airport, you have to deal with security. EDC was tight. EDC put me on. If it wasn't for EDC, I don't think I'd be here. EDC is just the biggest party of the year, I think you could say.
Guys, go.
tight. Marquee's tight. I think it's the really cool part about Marquee is that's really intimate and it's just in your face, you know? I've been to all the other clubs, you know? And I think what makes Marquee special is it's really intimate, it's really cool, it's loud. Everybody's really like family oriented, kind of, you know, as weird as it sounds. It's like, it's really cool. Everyone's just like helping each other out, kind of thing. Las Vegas is just a party 24/7. How, as cliche as that sounds, it's just like people are just ready to party. The majority of people here is just like here from out of, you know, the city or whatever. So they come here and they're just like ready just to go in. It's tight. I go in deep. All the girls here just ready to party. I want my fans to know that I never play by the rules.
What's good, brother? You good, baby? You good?
Carnage.
How are you, love?
Hello.
How are you?
Ladies love Carnage. Hashtag ladies love Carnage.
That was amazing! That was amazing! Did you hear that? He goes, the girl goes, who's this? The guy goes, Rick Ross.
You ready? This is it.
If you put hard work and determination, you can get whatever you want. And I've done it all in 1 year. I wanted it bad. And whenever you want something bad, you make it happen.
I try to take my dance floor on a ride. EDM is all about the music, and it's never about the popularity or the money or any of that. It's all about the love, and I really, really feel that way about it. I've loved music, and I feel like this is the one thing I'm completely in love with. You know, my parents are both from South America, so there was a lot of like, you know, salsa, cumbia, merengue, Latin folk. I came here on vacation once with an ex-girlfriend, and I fell in love with the city. It was brand new, it was fresh, it was vibrant, and it just felt like 3 months later I packed up my stuff and moved out here. A lot of cities don't have the amount of, you know, large mega clubs that we have here on the Vegas Strip. Not just the DJ, but it's a show. You get to see the LED, the confetti, the dancers. You're standing there and there's so much going on. It's a sensory overload. The show that we put on in Vegas is worth every penny. Come out, see the lights, the glimmer, the show, the sound, and I think it's gonna be something you're never gonna forget. I think Las Vegas is just a great place to come and experience all the aspects of it, whether it's eating, walking around, seeing the Strip. Even some of the free stuff is like standing in front of the Bellagio and watching the water show. That's some really cool stuff that you could experience with your family even. So EDM, it is kind of a love thing. You go, you have a great time, and you wake up the next day and you're like, man, that was awesome. And when you experience it with other people that enjoy what you like, you meet friends and you meet that same group of people. They meet other people that are there just for that same experience, and they become friends, and they go out to different shows, and it's weird. It's like a connection they have between each other because they're living that moment, you know? And I want them to remember that EDM is all about the music, and it's never about the popularity or the money or any of that. It's all about the love, and I really, really feel that way about it. I try to take my dance floor on a ride where it's up, down, and familiar and non-familiar, and just keep you guessing. I have to switch it for myself, otherwise it just becomes, flat for me. I've had like Jay-Z, Kim Kardashian, Nicki Minaj, just random pop and hip hop artists, and sometimes electronic artists that come out and they appreciated my work. So it's kind of cool to get their feedback and have them appreciate my work. I'm definitely going to be putting out a lot more of my own work out and branching out on that side of myself. Just putting out songs where people could sing along to stuff that I write and that I put out, and that's going to be my next high. It's just seeing, a crowd react to my music, which I've gotten a taste of it recently, and now I understand why so many artists are trying so diligently to put out their own music, because it's a different experience when you see people singing your music. Maybe not everybody knows that I'm married and that I'm in love with my girl and I've been with her for a long time, and sometimes people think that you see this guy and he's like, or say different artists, and they see them as like having a sea of women waiting for them when they're off the show. And honestly, at the end of the day, I come home to my wife and I'm happy, and she's my biggest fan. This painting right here, this is a buddy of mine. He took a picture offline of a show I had in Brazil. He painted it at home and he captured the moment. We're at Marquee, we have a new residence, Cash, and they have a hit right now called Take Me Home. I heard it, I liked it, and I felt I wanted to put my own twist on it, so I remixed it. It's a free download right now on my SoundCloud. All these trees right here, this is what makes my day. When I'm leaving here, it's all like lush. My mom likes loud music, and my dad's like, he didn't like that. So the minute my dad was out the door, like, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, he'd pull away, and my mom was like, boom, flick on the stereo, and started playing like her records. It's almost like that was basically my biggest influence, is watching my mom. People land in Vegas and they're ready to go. They don't have to drive. Check into a hotel, they have access to everything, day parties, night parties, gambling, restaurants, and people just really let loose out here. It's not like that in every other city. You're working in the daytime, there's less stimulation as far as like visually. All the pyrotechnics and the LED wall that you experience inside. But outside, there's also a lot more people watching, people are jumping up and down, splishing and splashing in the pool. It takes a minute. You have to like get used to that rhythm of being outside. Like at Marquee, I do all the opening and closing shifts. So when I get to open, it's awesome because I get to start the night off nice and smooth and build it up to a certain point, set it up for the next guy. I can't see myself being in any other career but this.
EDM is blowing up here, and I brought a special crew from the Netherlands to make sure that absolutely everything is perfect for the night, for the intro. So I'm really curious to see how that's going to pan out, because they have a beautiful LED screen in Marquee.
Armin Van Buuren.
EDM is blowing up here, and I brought a special crew from the Netherlands to make sure that absolutely everything is perfect for the night, for the intro. So I'm really curious to see how that's going to pan out, because they have a beautiful LED screen in Marquee. Fans come from all over the US. So many people, they travel to Vegas for a few days. So every time I come here, I don't have the same crowd. Vegas is almost like Ibiza in that sense, because there's a new crowd, a fresh crowd coming in every day. You know, so every gig that I play at Marquee is different. It's great, it's exciting. You never really know what to expect, but hey, they book Armin Van Buuren, they get Armin Van Buuren. This is the first album that I did that sort of wrote itself. And by that I mean, I wasn't trying to, rediscover anything. I was just in the studio, having fun, trying different things, making something that I would like listening to, And it's so much fun if you put so much work, so much heart into an album. It's only like, 74 minutes. 15 tracks, boom, it's gone. But every track has a story. Every track has a little piece of me in it. And when you finish the album, at one point you just have to release it, because I couldn't hear it anymore, And then at that point, nobody's heard This Is What It Feels Like. Nobody heard Intense. Nobody heard any of the other tracks. So when you release it, there's always that anxiety, like, what are people going to think? And then you get this reaction back, and it really, really feels amazing. This Is What It Feels Like actually came from a demo, an instrumental demo that I wrote together with my studio partner, Benno de Groei, and John Newbank, who's a Dutch guy. He's actually half English. And we wrote a melody line, and we sent it to Jensen Vaughan. And Jensen Vaughan is a writer from Vancouver, Canada, who also wrote, for example, for Madonna. And he loves to write songs, so I said, would you like to try and write something? Actually, before This Is What It Feels Like, he wrote another song for me, which I really liked. So I sent him this instrumental, and hey, do you have an idea with this? It's really about, fear of losing a loved one. And so he recorded the vocal, he sent it to me. It didn't sound anything like you hear it right now. So send it back to me. I really liked it, and we started changing the arrangement a little bit, send it back to Vancouver. I actually was in Vancouver, so I met up with Trevor. And then I remember walking on the street, hearing that piano melody. Dun, 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 dun. And so I recorded that, and it perfectly fitted the tone of the voice. And there you have it. This is what it feels like. So when I finished it, I was like, wow, this is pretty nice. And I sent it to my manager, Michael, in the Netherlands. And he was like, whoa. And I was like, it's nice. I mean, I like it. I mean, it's a good song. And at that point, I already heard it for like 18 months. I was like, I don't know anymore if this is a hit or not. After the first time I was elected the DJ Magazine winner, I did feel a lot of pressure, to be honest, because you felt with the crowd, I had a different crowd all of a sudden, because people were like, whoa, and they didn't come to see Armin Van Buuren, they came to see the #1 DJ or whatever. So I felt a little bit pressured, to be honest with you. You felt like you were walking on stage and people expect the room to explode or something, But then I started thinking, and I talked to some people. I actually had a coach to help me with this a little bit, because it was messing with my head a little bit. And one of the things that my coach taught me is that, I think the message from your fans is be who you are. And they like you for who you are. So the fact that you're #1 probably means that they like who you are. So don't change that. And I think that was a very clear message. And I got that. And so I invested more in my radio show, really in the sound that I grew up listening to, and the sound that got me to #1. And just invested a lot in new talents, bringing them up, build the label. So instead of going broader, I went deeper into the sound. And I still do feel pressured, of course, but the most honest answer I can give you is I don't wake up in the morning thinking like, how can I be #1 DJ? It's not like that. It's you wake up thinking, wow, I'm going to go into the studio with this artist today, or I have an idea for a song that I'm going to try, or hey, I'm going to Vegas to play Marquee, I'm really down, you know, I'm really excited to play there, you know. So that's how you think. You go from A to B to C to D, and that's how you do it. So, but having said that, I think I'm probably the most thankful guy out there. It's actually good to have the law degrees, something to fall back on. You know, it's like sort of my insurance. And I really enjoyed the degree. Having the degree makes me feel good. I don't know if I'll actually be a lawyer one day. I gotta be honest with you, I don't know if that's really something for me. But then there's all kinds of other types of law that you can be involved with. Sometimes the Dutch Copyright Organization asks for my advice and stuff like that. So I don't know what the future brings. I mean, right now I feel really comfortable with what I do and who I am. But who knows, in the future I might be chasing you.
Oh, they remind me of the battle I face. Without your love, without you I drown. Somebody save me, I'm going down. And I don't even know how I survive. I won't make it to the shore without your love. No, I don't even know if
Nobody could have predicted this. I mean, especially since 2008, daytime radio in the US started playing electronic dance music. And it's great. It's like this whole new boom of the whole new wave of sounds coming, new artists coming. It's very, very exciting. I didn't see it coming at all. I mean, it's beyond my wildest dreams. And I mean, there's good sides and bad sides to it, but I like to focus on the good and think that, you know, right now there's so much music and there's so much room for talent to flourish, and there's so much room for the sound to come up. So I think it's a good time. This is the place where it's happening right now, worldwide. I mean, hate it or love it, the boom of EDM is happening here in the States, and Vegas is the, you know, entertainment capital, maybe of the world.